It says we're live. That's what it says. We never believe that really until I see you guys typing. And hopefully it will all come together. And so now we wait. See if anybody shows up. I don't think we'll probably have very many people tonight because everybody's doing last minute Christmas getting ready for things. And so we'll just muddle through with what we have. It's not, nobody showed up yet. Well, it's just now 7. I was a whole minute early. Wow. Aren't I impressive? Hey, there's Pat. Hey, Sparkles Hope Chest, how are you? And Judy, beautiful, wonderful Judy. How are you, sweetheart? Patty Barker. Hi, how are you? You're early. And Jan, thank goodness. Hi, honey, how are you? And Bridget, you lurk away, my darling. You lurk it. Merry Christmas to you. I hope things are going better for you. Hey, Miguel, darling. How are you, sweetheart? See, I have a blanket on my chair for you. uh, Joanne Heiser. Hi, darling. Ozzy Sandy's here. Hi, long time no see. You got that right. Big, huge Christmas hugs to you, too. Lily Ortiz. Hi, Merry Christmas. Merry ho ho. Laura? Laura? Is that you, Laura? Are you in there, Laura? I don't see you. And Jan's going to be in listening mode. So she's lurking, listening. You do see Sandy, Laura. You do. Julie's Crafty Corner. Hi, darling. Merry Christmas. And Sister Sandy SC. How are you, sweetheart? And Judy's going to work and lurk. Yep. It is me. It is me, Laura. Ah. Thank you, Miguel. That's so sweet. Toto. We're back to the Wizard of Oz. And Wanda. Crochet done my way with Wanda. Didn't have to go hunting for you tonight. Yay. I love that. I love that part. Gwen Elsa's here. And Miguel says, I had a nice thrift store video up today and some got to see it, but I got a copywriting thing because of the music in the store. Oh, poop. Poop, I say. I know Lozzie Sandy hasn't been around for a long time. We've been missing her. And Marianne, the grousing clogger. Hey. Sandy and everybody. Merry ho ho, guys. This is we're over COVID. Both Mr. Wright and I don't have COVID anymore. But for some reason, the world decided to give me a cold. We've checked that it's not COVID again. But so I'll probably cough and which I apologize for. And if it gets bad, then I'll have to quit early. But I don't think it will. But I just wanted to warn you that there probably will be coughing involved. Oh, hopefully all good now, Ozzy Sandy. Yes, hopefully. Oh, yes, please. Just don't hack up a long. Oh no, I have two. I have a spare. I have my Christmas sweater on. The problem with this Christmas sweater is it doesn't show in the, but it lights up, but you can't see it. Wake up. You're supposed to be lighty up. It lights. I have a very ugly Christmas sweater that's very festive. Warned you. And there's Crafty Grandma Gina. Hi, honey. And Amy, Crafting Adventures with Amy. How are you? How are you doing with all your little kitties? Oops, what's going on here? Who knows? It's a very tacky sweater. It is a very tacky Christmas sweater. It's a dragon. Well, you saw that. I didn't have to explain that to you. Can you see me now? Yeah, well, not everybody has a dragon Christmas sweater that lights up. So there you go. Thank you, Sandy. Hey, Alyssa, and nice toy boxes here. Hi, darling. And Michelle, hi, honey. Oh, she's in the edge. She can't hear me. Duh. We're too far back. Well, you can see the crown. I guess that's all that matters. Dragons are your favorite? Yeah, Mr. Wright collects dragons. We have a whole curio cabinet, one of the big, tall 7-footers full of dragons. And I mean full. We get any more, we're not going to be able to put them up there. Hey, Peachy Niecy, darling. How are you? How's it? Are you back with baby? Quinn must be typing. Beg your pardon. Okay, what are we doing? Not much yet. And once again, as I mentioned, I was not able to send out any Christmas cards. Bad Sandy. And you collect dragon patterns. Oh, I should send you this pattern I got when I first got back into crocheting. And I didn't realize the difficulty of doing a charted pattern, switching it from left hand to right hand, or right hand to left hand, because I'm left-handed, and it's written for a right-hander. And so I got it, and I started it, and I tried to flip it, and I no. But anyway, I have this beautiful dragon pattern that's in a chart if you want it. Everybody's loving Laura Strawberry. Yep. Dinky Crafts Jennifer. Hi. Yay. Ariel Williams. How are you? And Terry, one of these years I'm going to learn how to pronounce your last name. I think it's Mattez. Everybody else says Maraz, but I hear you say it, and I keep thinking I want to be able to say it like that. Yes, your strawberry is very big. You have a very big strawberry. My, what a big strawberry you have. And Jackie Yopez, hi, darling. It's raining in Ukaipa. Would like to see some of that snow down here before it melts. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, White Christmas. Okay, I got some. This is the tiniest Christmas card I've ever seen. It's itty bitty, and it comes to me all the way from England. It's from Lisa and Beanie. Lisa loves Ladybug Bird. That's right. They say Ladybird. They don't say ladybugs. They say Ladybird. And says hi, Miss Sandy and family. Ta-da! They're not all here. I still haven't located Octavia. And I got one from Karen McCatherine, our little yarn addict. Oh, she's got a very, very shiny. I don't know how well this is going to show up. Ooh, very shiny. A yarn addict with Karen sticker. How cute! There's Karen with all her yarn, and it does say that over there. But like I said, it's so shiny you can't put any light on it. It reflects too much. Well, thank you, Karen. That's really sweet. And a very nice little note that I won't read out loud. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Love you, Karen. I love you too, Karen. And there's Granny D, my treasure. Lynn Como, hi, darling. And there's Sister Sandy, Crochet A Canada. This has been out. This was sent to me last year by Sandy, Crochet A Canada. She made this, and it has adorned my credenza all year long. I couldn't bear to put it away. And I think you can see these are all crocheted shells that she's done in a spiral. And I just think it's stellar. So thank you again, Sandy. That's darling. and beautiful and exquisite. And I love it. So I had to come in, I had to show it off again this year because it's so wonderful. Sylvia Olivo, hi, honey. I got a Christmas card from you. I did. I did. I did. And this is Tracy. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasures. Good night, Linda. I know you're up way, way late. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Merry Christmas. Oh, Jackie, she says my arm was acting up, so no writing Christmas cards for this year. Are you still okay to crochet with that? Bless your heart. Oh, okay. Hi, Olivia. Good night, Olivia. She's tired from cleaning her room today. Once again, I have a cold, so I'll be coughing, and I'm so sorry, but there it is. Yes, you're right, Sandy. She says, I feel horrible that we couldn't do gifts this Christmas, but our time is coming. Yes, we're going to be doing from the 1st of February till Valentine's Day. So there will be a 14-day gift exchange between Sandy Clark and myself, Crochet Canada. And we'll be able to do it then. The world turned upside down and we couldn't do it this Christmas. So, and this is from, as I said, Tracy, I love Loopy Crochet and Treasures. And I hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and a very blessed New Year. Take care and God bless you and your family always. How sweet. And it's got the little truck and the red barn. And there's Quilty Linda. Hi, honey. And Tammy Twyford's here. Hi, sweetheart. Stacy Bailey. And Emma Gurumi Queen. And Victoria Nightingale Crochet. Hey, guys. And this is from, hang on. Sylvia Olivo. I just said I got a card from her. Very, very sweet. Thank you, darling, very much. And it's a very cute snowman and cardinals. I have 2 cardinals that are nesting underneath my deck. And they've been there. They come back every year. And one of them wants in my garage so badly that it attacks the garage window over and over and over again. And then there's a little tree right outside that window, and it perches there, and then pretty soon it'll try to fly back in the window again. And I can't figure out how to get it to stop doing that. And Barbara Rickle Baker from her little corner of Kentucky. Did you get any of that horrible, horrible, horrible storm? Bless your heart. I hope not. Thank you, Jan. How sweet of you. She's reminding everybody to put up the thumbs. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Then this is from Twisted Stitches. And it says, Merry Clarkmas. Wishing you the happiest Christmas ever. The happiest, healthiest New Year's of all time. Love you, Tammy. That's so sweet. Oh, I just did that one. And this was a surprise. Very pleasant surprise. This is from Kay Dallas. It's Kay Cornett is her name, which is also known as K-Dallas on YouTube. I really enjoy your videos. Hope your back gets better. So do I. Oh, she said she had the same thing happen to her in 2012. And she's going to be coming into Zoom, which makes me very, 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 very happy. Puddin's here. Sandy, I had heard, she said maybe put yarn bits out so they can use it in their nest. I heard that was bad, that they ingested or something. I can't remember why they said that was bad to put out yarn for the birds. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. And this is from Sweet Amy, and she made me a card. She made me a little Christmas card. Isn't that adorable? Thank you, Amy. Your Zoom friend, Amy. I love it. And I just, I feel guilty getting these cards and not having sent any out. And this is from Puddin. This is from Elaine Brown. And I couldn't figure this out. She lives in Connecticut. No, she doesn't. She lives in Massachusetts. And the card's from Alaska. This is North Pole. Love, Elaine. I love you too, darling. So that's, this week's Christmas cards. Now, as most of you know, hey, Jen, Neffer, what are you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. No, it went around you. Thank goodness. It made a lot of noise and made my arm hairs stand up. Wow. Oh, sure. That was close, though. Right, Dee, as many people as you know, you'd never get Christmas cards done. You'd have to start like day after tomorrow writing Christmas cards for next year. Puddin just wants to live up there in North Pole with Mad Mimi. Beg your pardon. As I mentioned earlier, I have a cold, so excuse the coughing. Well, I think you remember me saying I think it was the beginning of the summer, that I was going to crochet blankets for dogs for the canine police dogs. So ever since then, when anybody asks me in my live, or if I go into somebody else's live, what are you working on? And I always say, still working on dog blankets. Well, they're done. They're done. And I dragged them out, and I'm going to show them to you just to prove that they're done. This is number 12. And this is their crochet wave stitch. And I think it turned out really nicely. I love the pattern. This I actually double stranded to make it sturdy for one of the larger dogs. And I used, what did I use? No, that's not it. I used Hometown and Karen Big Cakes. That's what I used for that. No, that's wrong. That's the other one that's down there. I used not Homespun. I said that wrong. I use Karen Big Cakes and Simply Soft. And it gives it you can't see it on here, but it gives it a kind of shimmer, like the dog's going to care. It's like, oh, don't you love my dog blanket? It's got a shimmer to it. No. Hey, Christy, how are you, darling? Okay, Jan tells us if the birds ingest the yarn, it could wind up in the intestines. Yeah, I thought I had heard something about that. Jen says, I'll pop in later, have to gift wrap while little eyes sleep. I get it. Hey, Deneen, how are you? Baking just put, oh, you didn't. Don't tell me that. I have wanted to have one of those forever. I heard about the butter tarts you guys have up there. Oh, they sound so good. Hey, Sin's Crafting World. She is just the sweetest thing. Every time we do something in Zoom, like we celebrate 4th of July or anybody's birthday or any occasion that we, St. Patrick's Day, whatever, Sin always takes pictures of us because we usually try to do something silly. And then she puts them in a collage and gives them back to us and shows everybody in their costumes and their regalia. It's so sweet of her to take the time to do that. I just appreciate it so much. Oh, Elaine also says about the yarn in the nest, it could tangle around the baby bird's legs also. Yeah, I suppose that's true too. Judy Paxton! Hi, honey. How are you? We don't have the same kind of butter tarts, not the way I understood it. I think it was Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. She went to a bakery once and showed it. She had gotten one and she said they had really, really good butter tarts. And I would, number one, I love butter. And number two, I love tarts. So what's not to love? All right, blankets. Okay, so this is one. And I've been doing this since June. So I'm not going to remember all the stitches. I apologize. And as I sit here looking at the stack, it's like, oh, there a lot of them look really similar. This is the Which Way Fillet, patterned by Fiber Spider Craig. And this is Red Heart Ombre, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, because that was one of the earlier ones I did. And although I have washed these, they're also getting sent along with complimentary fur from my dogs. Okay, so that's one. And as I made this, I thought to myself, Self, this probably isn't such a good pattern for the dogs because it's holy. No, actually, it was after I made the second one of those that I thought that. Come here. Here's number two. As you know, we have the Kansas City Chiefs here, and these are the Chiefs colors. And I don't remember what stitch that is. It's a stitch. So we have Chiefs colors blanket for the Kansas City Canine dog. Now, I didn't make these all the same size because not all dogs are the same size, and people are going to be putting them in different places. So some are longer, and some are taller, and some are square, and some aren't. I think. Nope, that's not a corner to corner. But I wound up, Trisha will know this. I wound up with a ton of zucchini loaf yarn. And so a lot of the blankets have the zucchini loaf colors in it. And so I put the blue in it to make it bigger. And then I had a scrap of this, so I threw that on the end just because I could. Deneen, you're so sweet. Yeah. I don't cook. I don't bake. Can't stand up that long. Wish I could. But that's really sweet of you to offer. No, it would never make it through the post office. No, yeah, crumble, crumble, squish, squish. Yeah. But that's really sweet. Okay, here's the second Which Way Fillet, and this is also done in Kansas City Chief colors. This is one of the smaller ones. That pattern just fascinates me, the way that comes out. It looks so complicated, and it's so easy. It's actually what I call a television pattern. You can actually just sit and watch television, and it's very easy to keep track of. And you don't have to count and count and count and count and count. Pat, go Chiefs, go. Yeah. Roo. Right. I have now, Trisha, I have now used all the zucchini loaf. It's all gone now. You'll see some more in future blankets. This one I liked, even though it's looser. It was a fun pattern to make. And again, I don't remember the pattern name. It's very stretchy. And it's quite big. So I'm going to call the police department the first of the week and say, well, I've kind of painted myself into a corner here. I have all these blankets for all your dogs, but I can't bring them to you because I can't lift them all. Can you send somebody over to pick up your dog blankets? Here's a gift. You got to come get it yourself. And Laura is listening while making a hat to finish off another skein of yarn. You go, girl. I wish I knew the name, Deneen. I wish I knew the name of that pattern. Like I said, I've been making these since June, so I don't know. This one, as I said, I do know it's Crochet Wave. But this is just a corner to corner, and it's done in zucchini loaf. What a surprise! Yeah, this is just a corner to corner. Nothing to get up in the middle of the night and chat about. I know, right, Sandy? I thought about that when I saw yours, because Sandy, Crochet Canada, did one. As a matter of fact, they put her in the paper. They had pictures taken of the dogs with the blankets and the ossifers, and it was. I thought that was so cool. She actually got publicized, and she credited Kansas City, her friend in Kansas City, for giving her the idea. And I thought, that's me. Ugh. This is very sturdy. And again, I don't know the stitch. Oh, it's upside over. And it also got to be kind of a scrap blanket because, as I said, I don't think the dogs will care. 3D cluster stitch. Thank you. Patricia keeps track of me. This is the 3D cluster stitch. That's going to start falling down here pretty soon. And this is the stitch that I made up. So it doesn't have a name. It's just a made up stitch that I did. Yeah, that's right side up. I have it written down somewhere. One side is flat and the other side has got ridges on it because there was the back loop involved. Duneen's working on a scrap yarn using 3 strands of yarn in half double and magic knots. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good on you, girl. That's wonderful. And Trisha says it's the anti-sandy stitch. Well, it kind of turned out cool. I like it. So this is what I've been doing since June. And this is the camel stitch, which makes it look like it's knit. If you can see that. It also turns out very stretchy. Oops, well, that's not right. And again, I did the scrap can thing, little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're almost done, gang. And this is a thicker yarn. Well, I didn't double strand it, but it turned out thick. I think this is also the 3D cluster. Trisha and I like that. We like our textured stitches. And I matched. I'm sure the dogs will appreciate this. I matched the gray in here with the plain gray. I'm sure the dogs will be very grateful. Most of these I didn't bother bordering because they turned out to have a pretty good border on them, and they were pretty straight. Again, I don't think the dogs will care. Hey, Gwen, how you doing, honey? Mwah. Auntie Sandy loves you. She's now walking around making Trisha's life really interesting. She's gonna wear herself out keeping up with that child. And then the last one, this one is in a 6 weight, so it's really, really substantial, and it's quite long. It's longer than the others. I thought if somebody had wanted to double it over or use it in a longer space, they could have that option. So I'm just going to give them the blankets and said, you guys figure out who wants what. There's no way I don't know. And that's a 6 weight. And that's crochet A weight. She likes the heavier yarns. And that is 12. Hey, Breaky! Merry Christmas! Eve. Only if there's a border collie. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. There's a lot of work in that, as you know, and it's something a goal I set and I wanted to do. And now that it's done, I feel very glad. I have been busy. It's now I can get on to using some of my other yarns that I have accumulated while I've been working on all of these. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. I have a cold. Ugh. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Well, I know I mentioned that our cruise got canceled, and then we booked another one, and then we got COVID, so we had to cancel that one. We now have one coming up on January 9th. I think that one's going to work. You can't check in until really close to sailing date. So the first day we can check in is tomorrow to, make sure that this really is happening. And so Mr. Wright has been counting the days because we haven't had such good luck with the cruise thing. So I will be here New Year's Eve, but I won't be here for the 3 weeks following that. So I'll be here next week, and then I won't be back until the last week in January. Right, Terry. Yeah, now I can make things for me and other people. I usually make for other people. Okay, Jennifer, thank you for being here, darling. Oh, and thank you for giving me the watch hours. Daigo. By the way, Daigo's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Pat Gray Hollis, how are you, darling? Right, Freaky? The old-fashioned cruising where you just drive around town. We used to do that when I lived in Southern California. It was E Street in San Bernardino, and we drove up and down and up and down. And now that I'm old, that sounds like such a stupid idea. But we did it every weekend for hours on end. Pull into the drive-in and get them malted or whatever. That's the first McDonald's I remember ever seeing was on E Street in San Bernardino, Southern California. Oh, so you missed the whole thing. Okay, so I'll do it again. Daigo's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday, Daigo. And I sang you happy birthday while you were in the commercial. But I appreciate you being in the commercial, but I'm sorry you missed the happy birthday song. Pardon me. Pat says, I'm suffering with chills and a migraine. You got your flu shot 2 days ago. With my first flu shot, I didn't get anything. With the first vaccination, I didn't anything. The second one, I came back with COVID, not from the shot, but from the lady that was in the pharmacy. Terry, you had a drive like that, and you called it the cruise? Yeah. And you're right, Sin. She says gas is too expensive to do it now. You're right. And then you got your booster yesterday. Well, during the summer, I was going through that whole getting the nerves in my back burned or ablation thing, and they said in very big letters, do not get vaccination while undergoing this. So I didn't. So I finally was able to start it in September. So it's not time for me to get a booster yet. Oh, right, Judy. That's right. Because the cars, you don't know what I'm talking about. The cruise in low riders. Yeah, they used to mess with the suspension on the cars, and you'd either have it raked, which is down in front and up and back, or dragged, which is up in front and down and back. And the low riders, they just lower the whole darn thing, so it's like about that far off the ground, and it scrapes on all the curbs. Oh, Pat, I'm so sorry you got sick. Did the treatment help? No. It made it worse, if anything. So I went it was 2 days ago. I went, and this time they injected steroids. Now that gave me a raging headache for 2 days. I don't get migraines, but that one was a bad headache. I got a Santa stash from Lion Brand. Every time I've gone to get one of these, they've been sold out. So I finally managed to get one. Lowriders have hydraulics that can go up and down. Oh, that's right. And then they bounce them. Yeah. And Pat's getting her booster on Monday. Well, honey, are you going to be able to do that? I worry. Oh, and Alyssa says she was fully vaccinated when she got COVID, still coughing like crazy. Well, we had it. When we come down with it? It was the middle of October because we were supposed to go on that cruise. Had to cancel. And then it only lasted like 10 days. We were amazed. And then we were fine until this showed up about 2 days ago, right after I got my steroid shot. Okay, so anyway, the Santa sack, big bag, very sturdy, vinyl, canvasy almost. Yeah, it's got the canvas texture in it. You get 9 skeins of yarn for, what was it, $19? So you have your obligatory little cotton package, 3 skeins of skeins of Oh Baby organic 100% cotton, Lion Brand. Of course, these are all going to be Lion Brand. And Freaky says if he gets his booster, he'll be able to fit in his high chair better. And Wanda says we had a place in town we drove. It was called Idiot Circle. How appropriate. Oh, Trudy, it's 3:30. Bless your heart. Go back to sleep, darling. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas to you. And Margaret, hey Margaret, I missed you. Sorry about that. My son had COVID, got vaccinated, and now has COVID again. Oh, wow. Oh, I hope he's all right. Sleep well, Trudy. Hey Donna, how are you? Nana's Crafty Corner. Donna, Merry Christmas. And the Pawpaw guy Daniel's here. Hi, honey. I've been missing you so bad. Kelly Meniere's here. Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you. Hey, Shelly, my bestest friend in the whole wide world. That's Shelly Duda. That's my best friend and daughter-in-law. She was my best friend before she became my daughter-in-law. I think I tell you that every time she shows up. So we got our little 3 skeins of cotton. How many yards are you? Oh, it's not going to tell me where I can read it, is it? No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Each one of these is 180 yards. 100% cotton. Okay, that's the little yarn. And we're graduating here. And this is Basic Stitch, Lion Brand. And I've not used this before. Anti-pilling. That's nice. I like that very much. And each one of these has 153 yards in it. And then we get to the big stuff. And this almost looks like Christmas yarn. Doesn't have any green, but it's gray and red. Light gray, dark gray, striped, and red and white. Striped. Mandela tweed. Sandy would like this a lot. Hey, Christy. I know, yeah. This fall, ever since September, it's been my turn in the barrel, I think. I don't know, health-wise and I'm giving breath to yarn. Yes, I am. Birth, is that what you meant? Yes, I'm birthing yarn out of the bag, out of the Santa sack. So now I have to stop getting yarn because I have no more room to put it. However, I'm going to have to, there I go again. I'm going to have to move my yarn because we got a air fryer for Christmas for Mr. Wright and I. And we've been playing with that, learning how to use it. And I have to, the place I have to put it, my yarn's in the way. So I'm going to have to move all that. So maybe when we get back from the cruise, I'll get it organized. Ha 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 ha, she says. Hey Adele, how are you, honey? There's hey Madonna, my star, how are you? How's my back? My back is the same. You're out of room too, Alyssa? Yeah, well, I have a plan. I don't know if you remember, 2 years ago, my kitchen disassembled and it flooded the downstairs, and we had to take everything out of the downstairs room. And we had, Shelly, what did we have put down there? It's not vinyl, or is it vinyl? Anyway, refloored and repainted. Well, because of the fact that of COVID, and so nobody can go into anybody's house, all the furniture that was in that room is still now in the middle room. And so my daughter, our daughter, is coming to be with our dogs while we're on the cruise. And so I'm hoping, because she's going to be able to meet up with a lot of her school friends, because she went to school here. She now lives in St. Louis. So I'm hoping that when she has some of her friends over here, that they're going to be able to put some of that furniture back so then I can get downstairs and put stuff downstairs so that I have room for my yarn. Put that in your who cares pile. That was a long explanation for nothing. Pardon me. Christy, you got a knitting machine for your birthday and have been, whoa. Oh, Judy, thank you so much. Oh, sweet. As I was saying, Christy got a knitting machine for her birthday, been cranking out hats for everyone. My yarn stash is getting too big for the space, so that helped a little. Well, that's great. I used to have a big knitting machine, and then my back got so bad I couldn't work it anymore. Judy, that is just so sweet. Merry Christmas, darling. That's wow. Yes, I will spend that and I'll get some souvenirs on my cruise. That is wow. Joanne Jack, darling. Hey, darling, how are you? Yeah, thank you. I do. I hope that she's able to get some of that furniture out of it because I haven't been downstairs in 2 years. It's just I can't get anywhere down there. Saf is here. Hi, darling. How are you? So, what have you guys been working on? Since I took all this time talking about me, did y'all see my beautiful Christmas tree that Sandy from Crochet made? Isn't that exquisite? I love it a lot. And inherited stitches. I'm wired on iced coffee and need to clean the stupid kitchen. And Madonna's been working on stuff. Oh, Donna, that's great. I made 2 Mickey Mouse hats for my grandsons today. How fun! Isn't that beautiful, Shelly? Isn't that gorgeous? I hit it when I chow down inside my on my inside of my mouth by accident, and then it happens again over and over because it's swollen. And oh, ouch, owie, 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 owie. And Trisha's making another baby Afghan, and Terry's on a hat kick. Been making hats for a week or two now. All right, ginger snaps. I don't think I've had ginger snaps since I was a kid. Mom used to get those because in the box because they were cheap. And Judy's making hats for the underserved children and families in our public schools in Santa Fe. That's wonderful. How did the bananas come out? We haven't got it. Once again, I just start talking and you have no idea what I'm talking about. Shelly, my daughter-in-law, knows we got the air fryer for Christmas, and I told her we were hydrating bananas and strawberries this afternoon, and so she just asked me how they turned out. Well, they're still they're not as crisp as I think they should be. There's still too much moisture in them. I think they would mold if they sat around for a while. So we have to experiment with how long to dehydrate. This air fryer does 9 different functions. I think if I'd spent a few $100s more, it would have washed the dishes for me, but I'm not real sure. I kind of doubt it. Okay, Deneen is talking about the ginger snaps. They're crisp on the outside and chewy on the inside. Yeah. Oh, and Marianne says I felt wired on sugar after the live this afternoon, so I cleaned the bathroom and the trash cans. And now not Marianne, Treasure wants Marianne to come over and visit her so she can clean for her. And Daigo, who is doing a fundraiser for Bridget Queen's Crochet, has more prizes now, waiting on another so I can do update video. All right. I'll just send you a picture of the shawl. There's no sense of me sending you the shawl and then having to remail it out to whoever wins. Is that okay, Diana? And Christy says, I would have spent the extra $100 for that for sure if the air fryer would do the dishes, and then another $100 if it would do the laundry. I agree. We're coming up with all these fancy dancy new things. Well, the Instapot, that is not new. That's just a pressure cooker. Well, the new part, I guess, is you plug it into the wall, but they just changed the name and everybody's like, ooh, we got to get one. I fell for it too. It's like, well, it's a pressure cooker. Same thing. Oh, what kind of air fryer? Just got one. Sur La Table. Multifunction air fryer. So much better than plain regular air fryer. Oh, thanks, Madonna. Madonna just put up the link for Daigo's fundraiser for Bridget. Bridget has had a horrible, horrible year. And her husband was in the hospital for 6 weeks. The day he went into the hospital, her refrigerator broke. She spent 6 weeks without a refrigerator. She was finally able to get him home from the hospital, so she needed a refrigerator. So got that done. But now all the insurance is all screwed up. She's not getting an income. The bills are due, life. So Daigo volunteered to do a fundraiser for her to get her bills paid and to get them some groceries to put in the refrigerator that they finally got. So if you feel so inclined, please, go visit Daigo's site and help. Please, pretty please, cream, sugar, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and chopped nuts with a cherry on top. And once I pulled out my sunrise wrap by Creative Grandma and worked on it some last night. Oh, good. Sometimes you got to put them away. You got to put them in timeout if you get tired of working on them. Yo, Jojo, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, darling. Merry Christmas with my lighted up shirt. Actually, the reason that it's so big is it's John's. It belongs to Mr. Wright. Oh, thank you, Lily. How sweet. She was reminding everybody about thumbs. Thummies. Well, thank you. How's my Jojo? She had some weather this year too. Holy mackerel. It rained so much, flooded so much. Hurricane. Thought I was going to have to pull my tent off of her front porch, keep the yarn dry. The story behind that is when I first started doing videos, not too long before that, Jo from Jo's Web had started doing videos. And I think she only had 6 up when I first started watching her. And she was so sweet and so demure. And she was so, I don't know what I'm doing. And I've never done this. And just the perfect Southern lady. And she kept saying y'all. And so I asked her if I could be, an honorary Southerner, and if I could have permission to use y'all. And she said I could. And so then I just told her, well, I'll just come down there and pitch my tent on your front porch, and then we can crochet together. Well, I've never been down there. I've tried twice now, and it's not worked out either time. However, I did get to meet her and spend time with her when we all went to Florida. So my tent is still pitched on her front porch, keeping my yarn dry. You're living the dream, Jo. Hey, Roseanne, Leland, how are you? Merry Christmas. Love you too. No, she asked if this was a Game of Thrones theme. It's a dragon, obviously. I'll close my, yeah, hello. But I found this before Game of Thrones ever came out. We were out Christmas shopping. We have a thing where we go to a department store. The one we go to is Kohl's. And he heads one way and buys for me, and I head the other way and buy for him. And then we meet, pay the bill, and come home. We have them, we turn our back while they're ringing up each other's stuff and wrap the presents and put them under the tree. Well, I found this for him, and he loves dragons. Like I said, it was about 3 years ago. Doesn't matter. Anyway, and it was dragons, and so he had to have it. So he's worn it once. He wore it. We had an ugly Christmas sweater thing once, and this was his Christmas sweater. So every year now I wear it because I like it. Oh, yes, Diana. I sang you happy birthday. Because it's her birthday tomorrow. Diana Gomez's birthday tomorrow. Is it nippy out there, Joe? I can come in now. Oh, Game of Thrones was wonderful. What's the new one we're watching that's starting to remind us of? Ooh, the memory drain. Oh, the agony of thinking. Yeah, there's a new one starting now that looks to be like it's going to be pretty good. And there was a series of books. It's based on a series of books. Nipply. All right, Shelly. Give David a hug. Tell him I love him. I love you. Wheel of Time. Thank you, Terry. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Wheel of Time. Yep, that's what it is. 22nd. I thought it was tomorrow, the 24th. I've got it written down wrong. Bad, Sandy. Bad, Sandy. I'll change it. In my calendar, I'll change it. I've got it on my calendar. You're getting a card in the mail tomorrow. Or not in the mail, but email. Oh, bad. Joe meant it. I'm sure she meant nipply. Yep. No, it's Wheel of Time. It was a new series that they've started, and it's really looking good. I'll have to look for that Witcher thing. Witcher is on Netflix also. Yeah. Becky, did I miss you? Did I say hi to you? Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, and I don't think I have anything else. I guess Diana, I just need to wish you Merry Christmas, ho ho, birthday thing. I guess you're on my mind a lot. I think I sent you one in September. Well, I think about you, don't you? 43 degrees Fahrenheit in Dorrance, Kansas at the moment. And we are 50 degrees Fahrenheit here in Kansas City. Freaky says, I don't use Netflix and got an email today saying my username and password has changed and all the info is there if I need it. Say what? That doesn't sound positive. Yeah. Ah, Roseanne, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. And love you. But that's okay. You were in showing doggy blankets and you slipped in. Yeah, I finally got all 12 of them done. Now I have to decide what else I'm going to do. I've been, blinders on, you dog blanket, dog blanket, dog blanket, dog blanket. And now I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I had a pattern in mind, but I need Sister Sandy to help me figure it out. Oh, Victoria, what's going on? She said next year will be the year I'll be needing prayers, especially the first couple of months. What's going on, sweetheart? If you feel like telling us. If you don't feel like telling us, don't. It's none of my business. I don't know, Alyssa. It's Kansas City's pretty big. I doubt that, but Jennifer, you've been having a rough time with illnesses too. Yeah, it's my back, my colds and COVID, and it's been ever since September. Okay, all right, all right. Well, I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through a rough time. That's not good. That's not good. I think I started one, Marianne. Yeah, I started one, but the yarn was too dark and it's sparkly, and I didn't think that would be good for dogs. I didn't, if they accidentally chewed on it, I didn't think that the tinsel stuff would be good for them, so I didn't continue that. Yes, Freaky, we talk very fast, and a lot of the times we start talking over each other, and then we have to fall back to Zoom protocol and take one at a time. You're so funny. Oh my goodness, Jennifer. Shingles, then COVID, 3 months apart. Oh, shingles are horrible. Mr. Wright got that a little bit. Fortunately, he went to the doctor right away and was able to get the medicine to calm it down. Such a surprise. Just popped up out of nowhere. And Becky's working on another, big letters, another bandana cowl. It's a Marley bird pattern. It's good for one skein, and that's all you got, but a shawl with two. Do you like it, Marianne? Do you like the stormy weather? Was it? Yeah. Stormy waters pattern. I like it. It's fun. But then I'm a big advocate of the post stitches, front post, back post. I love not having to look for the individual stitch. Just slip the stitch right through the post. It works great. I did catch that you're in Kansas, Wanda. Which direction are you headed? A banana cow. Freaky, you're just a riot. All right, G. Yep, I'm late. I got to get out of here. Merry Christmas, you guys. I love you all. You know I do. Oh, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and I will see you next Thursday on New Year's Eve. And we will prepare to ring in the new year together. I think Mr. Wright will be home that night, so I may even have an adult beverage. Who knows? Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Hugs, big, warm holiday hugs to all of you. I love you. We love you. I hope Octavia's home by next week because I'd like to be able to take her on the cruise with us. So, crochet away, my darlings. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Good night.